3, 2, 1, go! Hello and welcome. Today we're going a little further. It's day 302, so we're going 30.2 kilometers. Today I'm running on Langeland again. I've been here celebrating my friend's 50th birthday. He has a vacation house here, so we've been over here just relaxing, having fun with each other and playing games and so on, getting some good food and just having a good time all in all. But it's Sunday, so we're going home and I'm actually running part of the way. We are meeting in Svendborg, a city which is very appropriately 30 kilometers from here. We are going to have a brunch and then we're driving the rest of the way back to Copenhagen. So the first leg of the route is to backtrack back to Rudkøbing, where we saw that one traffic light yesterday. Then we're crossing the bridge and going across Tåsinge, which is another island, and back to Fyn, which is the third largest island here in Denmark. And that's where Svendborg is, and that's where we're eating brunch. So that should be a good 30 kilometers, and then a good brunch. I think I'll be hungry. Now yesterday, the wind came from the east, carrying me across the island, and then I had the wind in my face when going home. Now it's switched, of course, so now that I'm going west all the time, the wind is coming from the west. We'll manage, but it would have been nice the other way around. Yesterday I did some adventuring. I just ran where my feet wanted to go, more or less. I did of course have some destinations now and then, but I was free to pretty much run wherever I wanted. Now today is different. Today is more of a transport run. It's not that I needed to transport myself to Svendborg, but it just made sense logistically that I would run up there and meet the others where we're having brunch anyway, instead of I had to run and go back and then we would go to Svendborg together. So this fits nicely, but that also means that I have to get the route right. I can't get lost or take the wrong turn today, because that'll mean that I'll be running way too far. So we're going as straight as we can to our destination. Most of these roads are very small. Some are a bit larger, but almost none of them have room for pedestrians. So you have to make sure you take care and stay on the right side of the road, which is the left side of the road. When walking, you should always face traffic. Well, that's a rule in Denmark at least. But the cars are coming fast now and then, so it can be a bit unpleasant. But I also need to find some food. Just like yesterday, I haven't had any breakfast because there wasn't really a plan for breakfast in this arrangement, because now we're going to Svendborg to get brunch. But I think that here in a few kilometers we'll be getting into Rudkøbing, where we saw that traffic light yesterday, and I should be able to find something. That'll be at approximately 10 kilometers. And then we got another 20 to go, but hopefully we'll have some energy for that. I did bring the chocolate bar from yesterday. I only ate one, so at least I have that. So we reached a bit more than 10 kilometers and there's a gas station here, and I hope they have a shop, but no. Oh, it's over there. So I'll get something to eat. So I more or less got the same as yesterday. He wasn't the fastest animal in the forest, as we say in Denmark. So there was a customer in front of me who yeah, just wanted some food, but it took so long. And I'm not a patient man. Oh, maybe I am, but not today. So this is breakfast. I found a bench, so I might as well just sit down for a minute and drink and eat and so on. But behind me, I don't know if you can see it, but that's the bridge. We need to cross that to get off Langeland. And then after getting across the bridge will be on Tåsinge, which is another island, and then we need to cross another bridge, and then we'll be in Svendborg, which is on Fyn, which is the second largest island in Denmark. And that's where I'll eat brunch with my friends once they get there, and then we're just driving home from there. But we'll be crossing that bridge next. Now sitting here, I get cold pretty fast, so I think I'll finish this quickly and then we can get going again. It's not cold as such today, but yeah, it's just a bit chilly. In Denmark you get money for your bottle, so I'll just leave this here and someone will get it. And this we need to find a garbage can for. But let's go. Let's go. And here we go again. Only traffic light on the island. And then we're coming up to the bridge. And that's what we're crossing now. Now this is certainly uphill running, and all in all Langeland has been more hilly than I'm used to, but it hasn't really been a problem. And getting up here and seeing the view is certainly something. Now it's not a very clear day, but we'll still get a view. I'll show you just a second. This is Langeland, where I've been running today and yesterday. And over here we have Tåsinge, and beyond that Fyn. On. And over on the other side we have Rudkøbing. That's the marina I was at yesterday, and the city I was running in. Actually it was over there. I was by those silos. So yeah, goodbye Langeland. Thanks for now. Let's roll on. What goes up must come down. So now it's downhill. So I'm at 15 kilometers and halfway through today's run. Now it's not a very interesting run today. These are pretty boring roads with lots of traffic and not much happening. But we'll push on. We're at 21.5 kilometers. And here you can see we got 8 left. We got 12 back to the city by the bridge, Rudkøbing, and 18 to Spodsbjerg. That's where we were yesterday. Now it's funny that they mentioned Spodsbjerg because it's such a small town, but the fact is it has a ferry, so a lot of people need to know where it is. I was just overtaken by my friends who are driving in a car, and that got me thinking how ridiculous running really is as a mean of transport. Now I love running, and obviously I do it a lot, but as a mean of transportation it's pretty stupid. I can hardly imagine a real life scenario in which running would be the best option. A car or public transportation would always be the obvious choice when you're going far, and if you're not going that far, maybe a pair of roller skaters, inliners or something. And then the king of transport, in my opinion, is the bike, if you're looking for something that doesn't require an engine. But running, hardly ever would I run somewhere. It just takes so much effort, and it's so slow. Now we're talking about transportation, we're not talking about getting fit or anything like that. There could be one rare occasion maybe where you need to go somewhere really off track, like mountain climbing. You need to get to the top of mountain. Then the bike or inliners might be rather difficult. But that's just not very common in my world, that you need to climb a mountain, especially because you need to go there. If you want to climb a mountain, go do that, but rarely do you actually need to climb a mountain. And I just can't find anywhere I would ever go where running would make sense compared to taking my bike or a pair of inliners or taking the car, as many people prefer. But that being said, when you need to run and you also need to go somewhere, then it's perfect. I love the fact that I'm running to where we're having brunch today. I think that's a great way of getting from A to B, because I want to run, but not because I want to go from A to B. Well, that was just a little rant about how stupid running is for transport. We crossed another island. Now we're crossing another bridge. We're leaving Tåsinge behind us and going to Fyn, the second largest island of Denmark, where Svendborg lies, and that's where we're having brunch. So down here we have Svendborg, and somewhere down there there's a brunch cafe restaurant that I know called Under the Clock, and that's where I'm going to get my brunch, and that's where my friends are waiting for me. It should be around 3 kilometers to get down there. I actually have 5 more to go, so I have to find a detour or just maybe go back and forth for a while, but we'll see what happens. Let's keep going. So we made it to Svendborg. We're at 29.2 kilometers, and we're just going the last bit of way to the restaurant where we're having brunch. But it was a good trip today. I had good energy, and we did make it in less than 6 minutes per kilometer. So all in all, less than 3 hours to get here. Now, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed the run. And thanks for all the encouraging comments. And special thanks to Martin at Santos, who used the link to buy me a coffee in the description and bought me some gels. That's very much appreciated. So thanks for that. Now I'm going to get some brunch. And after that, we're going home, and I need to do some editing because I didn't get a video out yesterday. But I hope you have a wonderful Sunday, and then I'll see you tomorrow for 30.3 kilometers. Bye. And that's it. 30.2 kilometers. Thanks for watching. And look at that. Under the watch, under the clock. I'm not sure how you translate that, but there's a clock up there, and I'm going eating brunch.